All right. Well, welcome everybody, and hello today. A very exciting talk today on AI and the cosmetic chemist. Now, I don't know if you've been paying any attention, but AI is in the news a lot today, and I'm always a little skeptical of new technologies that I hear in the news, the microbiome and how that applies to cosmetics, genomics, all of these things. I always see the marketing is ahead of the science. And I figured the AI stuff, the marketing is ahead of the science. We'll see today's presentation. You're going to see that in some cases that is true, but in other cases, this is really game changing stuff. So let's go on. I want to tell you right here the job of the formulator is changing, and you're going to have to change with it. You can't ignore this stuff because this stuff is coming. Some of it is already here. It's changing, and it's changing in a big way. If you don't adapt to what's coming, you're going to become obsolete, and we aren't going to need you anymore. The industry is not going to need you. We're still going to need you. But the point here is these are tools. This is going to change the way you're doing things, but you have to adapt to these things because your competitors are going to be adapting to these things. My hope today is to inspire ideas that are going to help you adapt to these changes in the cosmetic industry. They're coming. I just want to tell you, these things are coming. So you have to learn how to use them. Well, today's primary topics, I'm going to go over an overview of these AI technologies, and we're going to talk about how they can impact formulators and specifically the cosmetic industry. Now, I'm a formulator. I look at the world through the prism of somebody who makes products. And so I'm very skeptical about a lot of things. And I'm focusing on how a formulator would use these AI tools for various tasks that are done by cosmetic chemists. Okay, but before we get to that, I do want to remind you, if you're asking questions in the chat, feel free to put questions in that chat along the way. We'll answer them at the end. But if I don't get to those answers, you can go to chemistcorner.com. We have a forum where you can post your questions there, and it can get answered by not only me, but other cosmetic chemists around the world. And if you want a list of my free AI tools that I put together, just send me an email after this event. Let me know you were here at perry@chemistcorner.com, and I will send you this list of what my free favorite AI tools are. All right, let's get started with AI. Now, you might be saying to yourself, all right, Perry, why should we listen to you about AI? You're a chemist. We know you. You know you juggle, but what do you know about AI? Well, it turns out that I have been an original computer nerd since 1982. Yes, that's when I got my first Apple IIe computer, and I learned how to write basic programs, and I learned how to do machine language programs, and I was way into it. So I've been a computer nerd for a long time. In fact, when I went to college, I thought, oh, I love computers, but that's just a hobby. I don't see that really going anywhere. Of course, this is why 18-year-olds should not be picking their own majors. Well, anyway, I got into chemistry, and I thought that was wonderful. Anyway, all right, let's kick this off by talking about some definitions. You're going to hear a lot of stuff about AI, about machine learning, about deep learning, data mining, all kinds of stuff like that. What does all this stuff really mean? Well, let's talk about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, or AI, just talks about computers and algorithms and an attempt to mimic what the intelligence of a human being. We want the computer to think like a person and to respond like a person. And so that's artificial intelligence. Now, there is specific artificial intelligence, and that's just specific to some tiny task. But there's also an attempt to make general intelligence, or AIG, general artificial intelligence. And that is all about making a computer brain that behaves in all the ways that a human does. It can see stuff, it can hear stuff, it can understand language, it can convert language, doing all the things that a human being has done. Now, a lot of people say general artificial intelligence is a long way off, and I tend to agree with them. But the artificial intelligence that we will be talking about today, and the stuff that you see advertised, that's more specific AI and has been really useful at the moment. Now, to understand AI, you have to understand a little bit about machine learning. Now, think of machine learning like you're teaching a dog new tricks. You show that dog some behavior like sit and stay. You reward it when it gets it right, and you correct it when it gets wrong. And over time, that dog will learn lessons. Well, similarly, that's what you're doing with computers and machine learning.